From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 2nd, 2019. We open with 4th of July celebrations held by the U.S. Embassy in Israel, for the first time this year held in Jerusalem. The annual Independence Day party took place today at Binyanei Ha'umah, the International Conference Center in the capital. U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman addressed the crowd, mentioning the bipartisan congressional delegation in Israel this week and at the celebration today, as we reported to you about yesterday. Friedman saluted the show of support for Israel, as he said it should always be from both sides of the aisle.
This is a great group of congressmen, a bipartisan group the way it should be, a beautiful, large bipartisan group of Congress, Democrats and Republicans, showing their love for the state of Israel. Please welcome them all. Thank you all again for joining us in this special, historic celebration of American independence. May God bless all of you. May God bless our great friend and ally, Israel, including all of its people, Jews, Muslims, Christians, Israelis, and Palestinians. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also noted the support. He thanked U.S. President Trump for moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, among other recent actions. Netanyahu also acknowledged former Presidents Bush and Obama for their financial support of Israel. The Prime Minister called the alliance with the United States indispensable and thanked current U.S. efforts to achieve peace.
Israel is the one country in a very large radius that recognizes the rights of all individuals, all our citizens, Arab and Jew, Muslim, Christians, everyone. And we protect those rights fiercely. This is the best values that America believes in. Israel and America share a common bond of civilization. That is the strongest bond of all. And I want to thank you for recognizing that, because we share liberty and democracy and pluralism and tolerance and freedom of speech, of religion, equal rights for men, women, and the rule of law, robust debate, impossible parliaments. These are all things that we share, and these are not just concepts that Americans and Israelis merely read about in academic books. These are the fundamental principles of our free societies. And while America has been holding high the torch of freedom in the Middle East, the torch of freedom in the world, Israel holds the torch of freedom high in the Middle East, precisely those values. And as America celebrates its 243rd birthday, I'm more confident than ever that the greatest days of the alliance between our two countries are yet to come. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless Israel. May God bless our eternal alliance.
Yesterday, Netanyahu met with members of the bipartisan delegation, U.S. Senators Maryland Democrat Chris Van Hollen and South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham. Netanyahu tweeted that he discussed regional issues, including Iran and Syria, with the two senators, also writing that they stressed the continuation of bipartisan support for Israel. Today, Graham told a press conference at Jerusalem's King David Hotel that a two-state solution was the way to peace for a Jewish and democratic state of Israel. And that, he said, was the goal, though Israel's security was his focus at the moment.
I will not invest a dime in a one-state solution. It is folly. It is dangerous. It won't work. Ambassador Friedman, the president, we all get that. So the goal is to find an acceptable two-state solution. Aspirationally, the two-state solution is what we should all be hoping for one day, but right now, the security concerns of Israel are the most dominant issue for me.
The White House today published a copy of the Peace to Prosperity document in Arabic, the economic portion of the yet-to-be-unveiled U.S. peace plan that was presented last week at the Bahrain conference. U.S. Special Representative for International Negotiations Jason Greenblatt shared a link to the translated document today, tweeting that while Palestinian leadership boycotted and tried unsuccessfully to undermine our workshop, Palestinians and the region deserve a chance to judge our economic plan for themselves. Former Prime Minister Ehud Barak held a press conference today in Tel Aviv about his new political party. Barak told reporters that he would never sit in the same government as Netanyahu, whom he is looking to replace. He said, "We will join hands to bring him down, and after his departure, we will sit with all those who agree with the principles of our outlook, a Jewish, Zionist, and democratic state, in the spirit of the values of the Declaration of Independence and the vision of the prophets." Barak also introduced an alternative to the Haredi draft law, which led to the collapse of the government and to the call for new elections. An integration plan that would integrate ultra-Orthodox Israelis through national service programs instead of forcing conscription upon them. Well, for the first time ever, an Israeli team will compete in equestrian show jumping at the Olympics next year. The team qualified Sunday for the 2020 Tokyo Games, beating Poland for the single spot at the Olympic jumping qualifier in Moscow. The four-person team representing Israel includes Colombian-born Danielle Blumen, native New Yorker Danielle Goldstein-Waldman, both of whom now live in Israel, Florida-born Ashley Bond, who received citizenship through her Israeli father, actor Steve Bond, who you might remember from his days on the hit soap opera General Hospital, and native Israeli Elad Yaniv. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, July the 2nd. At 7 o'clock, we hear about a Catholic family in France that fought against the Nazi occupation. That's from the Center for Judaic Studies at UConn. At 7:30, German film director Margaret von Trotta talks about her film Hannah Arendt. Then at 8, Mati Friedman and Mijal Biton talk about the secret role of Mizrahi spies in a program of the Jewish Week with the UJA Federation of New York, Natan, and Park Avenue Synagogue. At 9, a discussion of the extraordinary history of the Jewish experience in America, as well as the challenges it poses for Jewish continuity. At 10, U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman speaks to AIPAC about the Trump administration's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And coming up right after this newscast, Insight to Israel. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 2nd, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.